What can we expect next in terms of the policymakers, especially the PBOC, trying to clean up the credit market in China, or at least bring about more semblance there?
Well, I think it's a delicate balancing act, Tanvir. I think on the one hand, firstly, China has very high debt. We can't solve that. That's a structural issue that's going to take many years. So it's a fine line where they need to change the mentality and the risk-taking in credit markets and reduce the moral hazard by making it clear that, if you are seeking higher yield, there's higher risk. And I think they've done that. They're doing that with allowing some defaults, including state-owned enterprises. But it's a fine line, and they don't want it to snowball and become a systemic problem where you get a credit crunch and then financial problems. So I think they've handled it, in my view, very well so far. And I think the moral hazard problem is starting to diminish. I think that will continue next year. I think this is the right time to, allow some defaults because the economy is, as you say, first in, first out. It is recovering.
Right. I'm sorry to have made this interview mostly about China, Rob. Let's broaden out. Give me your outlook for 2021. Give us the good news. I mean, will 2021 really be the year when things turn around?
I think for Asia, absolutely. We think it is a year of Asia reflating. We're at Nomura quite bullish. I mean, we have 9% growth forecast for China, almost 10% for India. We're above consensus for Korea and Singapore and a few other countries. I think the fundamental reason, Tanvir, is Asia is coming out of this pandemic better than other regions. I think that's probably the overriding factor. But, in addition to that, there's other things. So I think one is Asia has been really benefiting from the growing demand for electronics, and that's partly linked to the pandemic as well. And I think, a third factor I would say is, and we'll see this more next year, it's starting to happen in recent months, is that relative to other emerging markets, Asia's economic fundamentals are in much better shape than LATAM, Turkey, South Africa. And so I think Asia is going to attract the lion's share of capital inflows, which will keep coming next year. Interest rates are zero or negative in the advanced economies. And I think that's going to be a big source of liquidity for Asia and will lead to a strong growth. I think the challenge for policymakers is the debt buildup and rapid rises in asset prices. So we could see a pivot towards tightening of macroprudential tools next year.